Hello, Signals! We spend a lot of time playing games, grinding ranks, learning mechanics, and chasing wins. But what if there was a game where time itself became the most important resource within the match? Well, that's exactly what Time Takers is trying to do, and honestly, it creates one of the most unique hero shooter experiences I've been able to play. But while the game has tons of potential, there are still a few areas that definitely do need work. So, activate your T3s and let's jump right in. For people who don't know what Time Takers is, it is a team-based survival hero shooter currently targeting to be released sometime within the 2026 window. Even though there is no official launch date yet, the game has already gone through multiple public and private tests. Core gameplay revolves around teams of 3 competing against other teams of 3 inside an arena, all fighting to survive while managing their one very important resource: time. In this game, time acts as both your lifeline and your currency. Teams can gather extra time by collecting time nodes scattered around the map, but there's a catch. Players need to stay within range of their teammates in order to share the collected time. If you move too far away, you miss out completely on the time that was collected, which creates a constant balance between sticking together and taking risks. You can also steal time directly from enemy teams by defeating players. However, the time gained is dependent on how much time that enemy that you defeated had. Worry not though, getting defeated by enemies isn't the end. You will also be able to respawn as long as you have time left. Once your timer fully runs out, however, you're eliminated, entering the timed out state, unless a teammate sacrifices some of their time to revive you. Teammates can also give you time as long as you keep the tethered radius around them to where you can balance out the time and be able to take fights as teams. Honestly, this system I really like. It gives every fight actual stakes, especially depending on longer matches where teams start running low on resources, where teams start running low on time. Even small decisions like rotating too far away from teammates or chasing kills too aggressively can completely change the outcome of a match because of the time that you're losing and or gaining. We've talked about time being used currently as your lifeline. However, it's also used for progression during matches. As you level up using time, you unlock various upgrade choices depending on the traveler and weapon that you pick in the beginning of the match. Speaking of travelers and weapons, for each match, players can mix and match different traveler and weapon combinations to fit their playstyle. Right now, the game features 12 travelers and 10 weapons, which already gives the players a decent amount of experimentation that they can do. However, this is also where some of the current problems start showing up. At the moment with the current build that I played, certain traveler and weapon combinations feel significantly stronger than others. Now, to be fair, this is completely normal for games in active testing, and every competitive game developed a meta eventually. The issue here is just how dominant some combinations currently felt within that test. Instead of encouraging experimentation, some setups make others feel almost pointless to use in general, which hurts the variety and counterplay ability. The developers also talk a lot about adapting your build to counter enemy teams, but in the current build, that's honestly difficult to do consistently. Poking around the Discord, I've also noticed that an earlier version of the test apparently included a vending machine style upgrade system, similar to what you see in your usual MOBA-esque game. From what I've seen, players could buy upgrades more freely during matches, and honestly, I think bringing that system back, it would give players more opportunities to adapt mid-match, create stronger counterplay options, and make more builds feel viable instead of locking players into whatever the strongest combination currently is. And I understand that's still going to happen to a point because of how the meta will work with competitive games or even casual games. But overall, I do genuinely think Time Takers has a lot of potential. The concept feels fresh, The time management system adds real tension between fights, and gameplay already stands out compared to a lot of other shooters and hero shooters on the market right now. Even with balancing issues in the current test build, I had a lot of fun playing the game, and I'm definitely interested to see how the game evolves moving forward. Whether they are going to revert some changes from this test to previous tests, like the vending machines, or some new mechanic or way to go about it instead of being limited to the little bit of counterplay that you have. But what do you think? Could Time Takers actually shake up the hero shooter genre a bit? Or do you think it's still got a long way to go? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!